Hello students, welcome to Umadevi Children's Academy, and in this class we are going to explain about algae. So algae is a topic from class 11th biology. So here we will discuss and study about algae. Now see the structure of algae is given there. This is the structure of Spirogyra, that is a filamentous algae. These algae are found in aquatic habitat. They are all found in fresh water and in marine water, in brackish water, in moist surface. They are found mostly in aquatic habitat where some moisture or water is available. Now here you will see the habitat. Habitat means where they are found, the place where the algae are found. So they are found in marine habitat, on the wood, on moist surface. So the habitat mostly they are aquatic plants. They are found in fresh water, in sea water. So algae are aquatic and autotrophic organisms. They are eukaryotic, ranging from multicellular to unicellular forms. Actually, they are multicellular also and unicellular also. They are found in single cell and they are found in multicell, in a group of cells. So they are aquatic, means they are found in water, in fresh water, or in marine water, and also in terrestrial environment where some moisture is present. So see, this is the habitat number one. The characteristic: they are aquatic organisms, they are autotrophic, they are unicellular and multicellular both. They are found in fresh water as well as in marine water. They also occur in moist stones, soils, wood, or on snow and on ice. So this is a habitat where you can find these algae. Habitat is there, and most important, they are ectotrophic. They are having chlorophyll and other pigments. So according to the pigments, they are also classified into different groups. Now, shape and size of algae. So they are microscopic, they are unicellular, like Chlamydomonas, maybe microscopic, and some are large also. Some are found in single, means they are only found in single form. They are found in alone, but some are found in groups. Like colonial form is there, that is called volvox. They are found in groups, that is called colony of the algae. The volvox is a colonial form of algae, and some are filamentous forms also. They are Eleutheryx and Spirogyra. They are filamentous form, and some marine form also. They are called kelps. So shape and size of algae. They are microscopic. They may be large in size also. They may be found in single form. They may be found in groups. So they are found in groups. They are called colonial forms. So colonial forms, the volvox is there. This is a colonial form of algae. See, and Spirogyra and Eleutheryx, they are the filamentous form of algae. Here, the reproduction in algae. So here you will see the reproduction in algae. So reproduction is of three types: vegetative, asexual, and sexual. So in vegetative reproduction, the first method is of fragmentation, in which the filament or the body of the algae, if the body is filamentous, then the body of the algae breaks into different parts, and each part forms a new, like this. Every filament will form, part of filament will form new organism. So this is called fragmentation. This main filament breaks into these different filaments, and each one forms a new algae. So this method is called fragmentation. Now second one is asexual reproduction. By the production of different type of spores. The most common spores is zoospore, and the zoospores, they are like, zoospores are of this structure like this. They have flagella here. So these type of spores, they are called zoospores. They are motile and they take part in asexual reproduction. The most common type of asexual reproduction in which zoospores are used. These are zoospores here. See. Now, sexual reproduction takes place through fusion of two gametes. Gamete may be isogamous or anisogamous or oogamous. Means if the gametes are similar in size. If the gametes are similar in size, suppose these two gametes are there. If they are similar in size, then this is isogamous type. And if the gametes are of dissimilar size, both sides are dissimilar, then they are called an isogamous type. Size is different. And if the female gamete is large and the male gamete is small and motile, then this is called female gamete and male gamete. So if this type of structure is there, female gamete is large, male gamete is small, that is called oogamous type of reproduction. So sexual reproduction takes place through fusion of two gametes. They may be similar in size, they may be dissimilar in size, or female is large and male is small. These three type of gametes may be present and then fusion may be there. So isogamous means similar gametes, similar size gametes, and isogamous dissimilar size gametes, and oogamous means the female gamete is large and male gamete is small. That is oogamous type reproduction. Okay. Now see the sexual reproduction. I have explained. Isogamy, fusion of two morphologically identical gametes, that is found in Spirogyra. So isogamous type of reproduction is found in Spirogyra. In Spirogyra, both of the gametes are male and female. They are similar in size, and the fusion takes place there. Then this is isogamous type of reproduction. Sexual reproduction is there. Anisogamous, fusion of two dissimilar gametes. One gamete is smaller than the other. That is called dissimilar gamete fusion, and it is called anisogamous fusion, and it's called anisogamy. So it is found in Chlamydomonas, the species of algae Chlamydomonas, where two dissimilar gametes fuse and form zygote. That is called anisogamous type of reproduction and method of sexual reproduction in Chlamydomonas. And third one, this is second one, and third one is oogamy. Oogamy means fusion of one large non-motile female gamete with a small motile male gamete. That is called oogamous type of fusion. And oogamy means if the female gamete is large and the male gamete is small and motile. So this gamete is male gamete and this is female gamete, and the fusion of these two gametes takes place, and this is called oogamy. This is female gamete non-motile and male gamete is motile. This type of fusion is called oogamy, and it is found in volvox and fucus, two species of algae. So sexual reproduction includes isogamy, anisogamy and oogamy. These are the methods of sexual reproduction in algae. So different species adopt different type of mode of reproduction. Now, usefulness of algae, where the algae are used. So algae are used as a source of food, used as biofertilizers. They may be the source of food. They are used as biofertilizers to increase the fertility of the soil. Sewage treatment, they are used in sewage treatment also, and alternative to the chemical dyes and coloring agents. From there, dyes and agents are coloring agents are also obtained, and commercial uses of agar, that is also used commercially in different products. So these are the uses of algae. Different uses, they are used as food, biofertilizers, sewage treatment. Some chemical agents are also obtained from there, dyes and colors, and agar is commercially used in different products. Now, economic importance of algae. So, what is the economic importance of algae? It is very important topic where the algae are used. What is the use of algae in economic importance? What is the economic importance of algae is there? You will study here. See, number one, at least half of the total carbon dioxide fixation on Earth is carried out by the algae through photosynthesis. As you know, the algae are green, they are having chlorophyll, they are producers, they are autotroph. So they synthesize their own food by using that CO2, oxygen, and they produce carbon dioxide. So at least total carbon dioxide fixation. See there, actually in photosynthesis, CO2 is used, and with the help of that water, they photosynthesize their food. So fixation of CO2, half of the CO2 fixation is carried out by the algae, and they produce oxygen during photosynthesis. Second one, so this is a very important function of the algae. So at least half of the total CO2 fixation on Earth is carried out by the algae through photosynthesis. Second one, major component is aquatic food chain as primary producers. In the aquatic food chain, they are producer, so they are food for others. So others depend on food for algae in aquatic habitat. So they are the food for others in aquatic habitat. Second, third one, porphyra, laminaria, sargassum are used as food. Then algin, that is obtained from brown algae. Algin is obtained from brown algae, see there. And carrageen, it is obtained from red algae, are used as hydrocolloids because they have the capacity to hold water. They can hold a lot of water inside their body. So which is fibrous in structure and hold water and used to transport seedling. Means if any plant or any organism is to be transported, they are wrapped by these algae and they can be transported. They will not desiccate. So to prevent from desiccation, they are used. Algin is obtained from brown algae, and carrageen is obtained from red algae. So they are having the capacity of holding water, and they are used to transport seedlings. And fifth one is agar is used as commercial products in many creams and jellies. It is used. And sixth one is Gelidium, Gracilaria are used to grow microbes, make ice creams and jellies. So these are used here. And seventh one, Chlorella and Spirulina are rich in protein and used as food supplements, and they are also used by the space travelers as a food. So Chlorella and Spirulina, they are used because they have lot of protein, so they are used as food supplements. So these are the some economic importance of algae. Carbon fixation, half of the carbon is fixed by them. It is very important function of algae. They are used as food for aquatic habitat, and some are used as food also human, for human also. And some products like algin, carrageen used as hydrocolloids to transport seedlings. So these are the uses of algae. This economic importance of algae is there. Now, classification of algae, actually on the basis of the pigment they contain. So according to the pigment they contain, they are known by different names also, and on the basis they are classified in different groups also. So the classification of algae, they are divided into three groups. Chlorophyceae, they are called green algae. Phaeophyceae, they are called brown algae. And Rhodophyceae, they are called red algae. So they are classified into three groups: Chlorophyceae, Phaeophyceae and Rhodophyceae. So three groups are there of algae according to the pigment they contain. Now see different groups one by one. Chlorophyceae, that is a green algae. They are unicellular, colonial, maybe filamentous. Pigment they contain, very important thing, pigment they contain. What pigment they contain? Chlorophyll A and B. These are the pigments, those they contain chlorophyll A and B. Chloroplast may be discoidal, different shape and size of chlorophyll may be there. So they may be discoidal, plate-like, reticulate-like, cup-shaped, spiral or ribbon-shaped. This is the structure of chloroplast inside the algae, chlorophyceae. May be discoidal, plate-like, reticulate, cup-shaped, spiral or ribbon-shaped. Structure may be of different types. Stored food, they store food in the form of pyrenoids or some oil droplets. This is a stored food inside these. Very important thing. What stored food is there? This is in the form of pyrenoids or oil droplets. Their cell wall is rigid, made up of inner layer of cellulose and the outer layer of pectose. So cellulose and pectose are found in the cell wall of Chlorophyceae. These are the green algae. Now, Chlorophyceae, some other characters also. Vegetative reproduction is by fragmentation. Asexual reproduction by zoospores. And sexual reproduction by isogamous, anisogamous and oogamous. That I have explained in the previous slide. They may be isogamous, gametes may be similar, gametes may be dissimilar, or female may be large, non-motile, and male may be motile and small. So three methods of sexual reproduction are there on the basis of gamete size and morphology of the gametes. And examples are there: Chlamydomonas, Volvox, Ulothrix, Spirogyra, and see there, these are the examples of some algae. These are called Chlorophyceae, green algae. Chara, Spirogyra, Ulothrix, Volvox and Chlamydomonas. So this is example of Volvox. See here, this is colonial form of algae. This is colony of Volvox. This. Now next group is Phaeophyceae, that is called brown algae. This is the color of this algae is brown due to the pigment presence inside the cell. They are marine inhabited. They are found in seawater, vary in shape and size from simple branched filamentous form, that is Ectocarpus. This is a species Ectocarpus of brown algae, or to profuse branched. Many branches are there and form kelps about 100 meter in height. So very large in size they are. They may be 100 meter in height. And next one, body consists of hold fast, stalk, strip and front. Four parts are there in the body. Hold fast, that is hold the body from the surface. Hold fast is there. Stalk, from where the body is attached. Stipe and front. These four parts are there in the body of the brown algae. Pigments, very important: chlorophyll A and C, carotenoids, xanthophylls and fucoxanthin. These are the pigments of different colors. They are found, very important, keep in your mind. Pigments: chlorophyll A and B, carotenoids, xanthophylls and fucoxanthin. That's why they are brown in color. That's why they are called brown algae. Food is stored, important also. Food is stored as carbohydrates in the form of laminarin and or mannitol. These food material that is stored inside the cell of Phaeophyceae. And cell wall covered by algin. The pigment that one compound algin is present around the cell wall, and a gelatinous coating is there. So gelatinous coating is found around the cell wall of this algae. So these are the characteristics of brown algae. See, beta reproduction. Now you see the reproduction in these brown algae by fragmentation, asexual reproduction by flagellated zoospores. Biflagellated zoospores means zoospores like structure like this. They are having two flagella, 1 and 2. Two flagella are there. That's why they are called biflagellated zoospores. So asexual reproduction by biflagellated zoospores. And sexual reproduction may be isogamous and isogamous are oogamous type. Now I think you have understood about isogamous, anisogamous and oogamous type sexual reproduction. And the examples are Ectocarpus, dictuata, laminaria, sargassum and fucus. These are the examples of brown algae here. Sargassum, this is example. You can see here. This is the example of sargassum. Now, the last group of algae, last class of algae is Rhodophyceae. They are called red algae because they are red in color due to the pigment present inside their cell. So habitat, first where they are found? They are found in fresh water, brackish water and mostly in salt water, that is called marine water. So see here, habitat where they are found. And pigments, chlorophyll A and D is present. Chlorophyll A and D is present here. See, A and D, and R phycoerythrin. R phycoerythrin is present. That's why they are red in color. R phycoerythrin is there. That's why they are red in color. And now, food is stored as, very important. Food is stored as Floridian starch, which is similar to amylopectin and glycogen in structure. So this is Floridian starch. Stored food in the form of Floridian starch. Vegetative reproduction is by fragmentation, and vegetative reproduction by, see there, fragmentation. Asexual by non-motile spores. Asexual reproduction by non-motile spores, and sexual reproduction by non-motile gametes. So the difference is there. Three type of reproductions are there: vegetative, asexual, and sexual. Asexual by non-motile spores, they cannot move, and sexual by non-motile gametes. There are spores, there are gametes, and examples are also there. See the example: Polysiphonia, Porphyra, Gracilaria, and Gelidium. These are the examples of red algae. So up to here you will start. I think you have studied, you have understood about different type of algae, their characteristics, their habitat, their use, that economic importance. Okay, so now you also study from your book also, NCERT book. You go through that, and you can understand from there in better way. Okay, and thank you for watching the video. If you have any problem, you can contact me, you can ask your questions